are you already using AI in business wargaming? Is there a role of artificial intelligence, more specifically, maybe generative artificial intelligence? Because it's maybe an interesting way to synthesize trends, come
Mm.
up with some scenarios that may or may not be likely with a high or low likelihood. Is it already being used? And if so, how?
I haven't used it yet. I'm not aware yet of any examples, but I
Mhm.
could could picture that being helpful in particular when it comes to maybe better understanding or quickly understanding certain aspects of a competitor you're representing. I could see there being a lot of potential. Um, I think in general, as it is with the question of how can AI, for instance, be used in foresight, where do you need kind of the
Mhm.
interaction between participants and those discussions and those moments of learning, and where can AI support? But there's certainly, I think there's certainly opportunities for including AI into board games.
Because if you think about it, I think it would be interesting, because you could literally design um, AI agents that represent a competitor with certain goals in mind. So you could, simply go ahead, use a large language model, maybe just the existing ones, even an open source one if you want, and then give it specific tasks like you are in the case of Swiss Air, for example, you're a competitor. This is where you want to go. This is all the trends, and this is basically how you as a competitive company, the goals you want to achieve. And instead of having a team of humans, or in addition, not instead, but maybe in addition, of having human teams, also involve a couple of certain agents with specific goals and tasks, and let them even interact with each other. I mean, that's kind of possible with the technology we have. And then you go, well, there is maybe also an artificial intelligence player representing a company, or representing
Mm.
political decisions, or something that's projected throughout the game, um, and maybe even challenge even the company, for example, in that case, Swiss Air, provide them with assistance, AI assistance, maybe an agent, or as said, as competitors. I think that would be an interesting thing to do, because it could bring new dynamics to the game,
Yeah,
in business wargaming.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. So this, I would love to experiment with that. Yes, I agree that that could be really interesting. In particular, as I've also seen in the past attempts to kind of train AI to take a certain perspective and to represent a certain perspective. So I think that could be really
Yeah,
interesting. Yes, I agree.
yeah, yeah, exactly. There's all these things that are being trained right now to put in, for example, put an AI in a consumer,
Hmm.
in the shoes of a consumer. Would you like this product? Yada yada. If you were a 40-year-old male with two kids living in Miami, whatever, yeah, would you maybe, and then the AI comes up with, yeah, my kids go to school, so this would be helpful, la 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 la, with some basic reasoning. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree.
With all the business war games that you have led, what would be your recommendations to leaders and innovators out there if they haven't been engaged in a business war game yet?
Um, I think it has really several benefits which make it attractive, and I think for one, it is really an opportunity to bring together a lot of aspects around, be it the future of your industry, trends, scenarios, but also the competitive aspect. And I think merging all of that into a workshop format, maybe over the course of a day, which people tend to enjoy because it is engaging. I think that is really something which is very beneficial. And in particular, if we talk about organizations that, for instance, have done work on trends and foresight and have competitive information, it kind of brings everything together and it then allows for a very structured discussion around the future of my company and the future of my industry.